All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, to the hopeful elect in 1/3. And Adawan Ratazah, this lesson will be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakodash, and Tawada Abanawa Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Rachakodash. Forgive me the inspiration to do this lesson. And as the title reads, Omen Alert, Department of Woe. All right. And just recently was coined officially that the President Nero, Donald J. Trump, has officially changed the name or unofficially, if you will, when you go into the political aspect of it, but they changed it to Department of War. All right. And the reason why I say Omen Alert is because I got this video. I had to do some digging and a couple things, but I was able to find it. And there's an individual who's scraping off the term defense, and on his hands, he has biohazard tattoos. And I'm going to show you right now. But before I do, I'm going to read this scripture because we are spiritual men. So, not everyone can understand the writings on the wall. This is why the heathen king had to get Daniel. Okay. And the Lord has blessed us with the eye salve to see things that other people look at as foolish. All right. This is 1 Corinthians 2:15. But he that is spiritual judges all things, yet he himself is judged of no man. All right. So we judge things spiritually over here. All right. So look at right here. I paused it. Okay. All right. Nero just signed an executive order or whatever, however he did it. All right. But look at this video right here. Okay. You see these on his hands? Now let me show you this real quick. Right there. Okay. The biohazard symbol indicates the actual or potential presence of bada bing, bada boom. All right. So I take this as an omen. All right. I take this as an omen, and we know pestilence is going to come back in a brand new way. Yahweh Shai spoke of that. All right. Rumors of war, which actually let's snag that while we got this picture up, and I'll play the video for you. Okay. But ultimately, the destruction, okay, is going to be the most harmful agent that these people are going to have to deal with. All right. And I was going to do a whole complete different lesson today, which proves we're inspired by the Spirit. Now, this should be red letter. Okay. Let me see. I just like red letter. So let's put red letter on. So, Yahweh Shai speaking. Okay. Let's do this. All right. Let me see. I actually click this. Look at that. Look at that. All right. Look. And Matthew's 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. And we're hearing of wars, rumors of war. You got Venezuela back in the news, okay, but for different reasons. Years ago, they were popping because of what? Famine, okay, which Yahweh Shai said there'd be famines. But now they're clicking up with, I believe, Russia. They got Iranian drones. Okay, look, Pentagon reverts to War Department, drops defense from official sign. See that? All right. You see that? Look at that. Guantanamo Bay, which Nero talked about sending people there or reopen it, if I'm not mistaken. All right. It says Matthew 24:6, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Now, the end is not yet, because even though you may have all these things taking place, we still need what? The MOTB. All right. It says, for nation shall rise against nation. That's Third World War, third world's woe, and kingdom against kingdom. And there shall be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places. Now let's pause this again. And it's the Lord taking away the defense of Babylon too. I'm looking at everything spiritual. Okay. That's the Lord taking away the defense of Babylon. All right. So the Babylon is not going to be referred to as that virgin anymore. All right. She's getting ready to get handled. Okay, manhandled at that. All right, so this is very spiritual. All right, anybody could have just took this off, and honestly, you would think as a government official or in that capacity, they would have had someone more clean cut, less marks, but this is all the Lord's movie. Okay, very spiritual that he's got this emblems on his hands, okay, which is a biological substance or agent that can endanger the health of living organisms. And ultimately, what's going to do that? Ultimately, it's going to be the arrows, okay, in their head. They do hurt. Okay, that's getting ready to happen. Now, let me see what else I want to get for you. Oh, check this out. All right, this is why I named it Department of Woe. Okay, which I'll go into the definition of woe for you as well. And we're over here in the Department of Prophecy. Okay, what is our profession? Prophecy. What is our department? Prophecy. Okay, if you want to be an Israelite and learn how to have and get marital advice, go watch some other bullshit. Go watch some government funded Israelite camp, because you ain't gonna get that folly over here. All right, a lot of you Jakes, you're just comfortable in Babylon, and you're not even set up to see the signs right in front of you, man. All right, Revelations 11 and 14. The second woe is past. The second world war is past. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. The third world's woe cometh quickly. And this is why Apostle Paul told us this in Romans 13 and I believe 11. This is Romans 13 and 11. It says, and that knowing the time, that now it is high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. Okay, we're in the time where anything can happen at any minute. We are in the time where anything can happen at any minute. Okay, there could be a pocket. You know, something could happen in a city. All right, some immigrant can be blamed for spreading something. All right, you got winter on the rise, and I believe, I speak as a man, but Esau is going to do something in the winter, because you got to also understand that this thing is about control. Okay, when you have good summer out, when you have good weather out, more people are out. But when it's bad weather, people are contained, people are inside. You know, they lack the resources to defend themselves. All right, remember when the Greeks chose to attack us on the Sabbath? Remember, Yahushua said, pray that your flight be not in winter. Okay, even Babel and Biden mentioned a dark winter. Okay, so we're going to wait, watch, and see. But we're in a time where at any minute, anything can happen, man. All right, very, very spiritual. Now let's go back to this definition. I want to show you the word woe. All right, it means extreme grief, trouble, wretchedness. All right, look, alas, woe, a primary exclamation of grief. All right, and then I looked it up right here for you. When you look up woe, all right, it means misery, trouble, grief, wretchedness, and that's what happens in war. Okay, that's what happens in the midst of war. All right, what's it say? Confused noise. Okay, let me actually grab that for you real quick as well. A lot of things are happening, man. All right, a lot of things are happening right before our eyes. Every day, something new's coming up. Okay, this is why the Holy Spirit is inspiring us to push, push, push. Remember the year of the push, push, push. Oh, what it say? As a woman in pregnancy, what they tell her? Push, push. You know, as a woman having a child, birthing pains. All right, it's about to happen, man. This is Isaiah 9 and 5. For every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire. That burning and fuel of fire is going to be from the missiles, man. Okay, this is why this is so important. It's just on my spirit to keep this right here. Okay, let's let a little bit of this play real quick. Look at that. Look at this. Look at those tattoos, man. Oh shit, the unicorn, that's spiritual, which represents the internet. That's going to come crashing down. You got troops being sent out in different states. You know, there's many reasons why they're being sent out. And one of them, not only to usher in Jacob's trouble, but because attack could take place. And how are they going to control the people? How are they going to contain panic? How are they going to contain turmoil? You know, how are they going to contain people being in a state of frenzy? Imagine if a major city received, some kind of form of attack randomly. Okay, how do you think Babylon's going to react? They're going to treat everybody like a potential threat. Potential threat incoming. Omen alert, man. Okay, the fence is being scraped off the wall. The writings are on the wall. They're scraping off the fence to put war up, and it's by an individual that's got biohazard tattoos. Come on, man. That's an omen, man. Something's coming regardless. Something's coming regardless. And look around. No one is amongst our people, okay, and few people outside of our nation, the heathens, have any idea really what's going on. You got some truthers, you got truthers, but to know what's going on prophetically, to know the aftermath, because a lot of people that know so-called are on the inside, they don't have the full scale of the secrets. Let's grab that real quick. Amos, what's that, 3 and 7? Okay, you may have some people that have an idea of what's going on, or have an insight, but they don't have the end all be all of the results. Okay, they may hear about a potential attack, but they don't know it prophetically. Amos 3 and 7, surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets. This is spiritual, man. All right, the writing is on the wall. They're scraping defense off to put war on, and the individual's got biohazard tattoos on both, not just one. Okay, not just on his calf or his shoulder, right here out in the open for you. Okay, I said, oh, that's a spirit, man. All right, that's very spiritual. That's why you hear us say, oh, that's spiritual, because it's a communicational conversation that only can be seen in the spirit, while others may look at this as foolishness. But that's okay. That you got fools that say in their heart there is no power, there is no God. So what? I don't give a shit. I don't care what you people think. We're not here to care what you think. Now I do got I had Isaiah 30. Let me grab that. Isaiah 34. Let me grab that. And then I got a couple more pieces of information I want to give you as well. Okay. Look, Zion's happy future. See, we taking everything that we could get. Yahweh's wrath against the nation. Okay. And it's going to get nuclear. It's going to get biohazard. It's going to get real bad. It's going to get real bad out here. Okay. Look at the Department of War. Look at this one. This one's pretty cool. Look at that. Department of War. Look at that. All right. Department of War. Department of Woe. While we're in the Department of Prophecy. Okay. The knowledge and understanding that we've been given is what's going to keep us stable while everyone else is bugging out, man. All right. They're going to bug completely out. All right. Let me see what else I got for you. Let's go right here. I said, well, I don't want to give you that one yet. Let me see. Let's go to this one. Let me see here. Oh, what did I look up? No, where is it? Let me see what I got. I may have to open this. Oh, okay, look. I said, what are some scenarios that could cause NATO to hate America? Good question. Because you got to, why am I saying that? Why am I saying that? I'm going to tell you why. Let's go to Revelation 17. All right, because the beast in Revelations 13, okay, in the 10, all right, that's referring to NATO and the EU. So you go down to Revelation 17, and right here, the 10 horns, the 10, okay, but now it's more than 10. But when it started, it was officially 10. It says Revelation 17 and 16, and the 10 horns which thou sawest upon the beast, thee shall hate the whore, and shall make her desolate and naked, and shall eat her flesh and burn her with fire. So people don't understand that not only in this third war that will commence, and Russia will be involved, Magog will be involved, Moab will be involved, the nations will be involved, but in particular, allies of the whore, America, are going to turn on her, and a major ally are going to be other Edomite conglomerate known as NATO. All right, NATO and the EU. All right, the 10 horns are going to turn on her. Okay, they're going to turn on her. So I asked ChatGPT the other day, what could cause that? And here's some examples. Babylon abandoned Article 5. U.S. exit or undermining NATO. I could see them undermining them. Now, this one never happen. America strikes a secret deal. And even if, let's say, hypothetically, that's when they say peace and safety, sudden destruction. So that's not going to happen. Let me see what else they got. There was also one deep internal shifts in America. See, this AI be switching too, because last time I looked it up, it said civil war amongst NATO. Okay, so NATO is beefing with each other right now, if I'm not mistaken, and that can cause them to disagree with America. Just like if there was situations like this. Look, America violates international norms. If Babylon used in their head they do hurt, preeminently committed war crimes, or carried out a regime change in Europe itself, allies would see America as a threat rather than a protector. This would flip NATO from trust to hostility. And guess what could be an example? The least of the flock drawing them out, because NATO is not allied. NATO is not allied with Amalek. Watch this. Is NATO allied? Yep, right here. Let's see. Let me see what's a good. No. Okay, but guess what? Now watch this. Now watch this. We already know the answer, but look. Look at this. Yes. So here it is. Babylon is allied with Amalek. NATO's not allied with Amalek. Amalek, the least of the flock, is going to draw Babylon out into war. Okay. So what is NATO going to do when that takes place if they disagree with the U.S. and Amalek? They're going to turn on them. All right. Then you got self-preservation. So this is a big major omen. Oh, and then check this out. Not even 10 hours ago, a day ago, look at UK is doing a Armageddon alert. Okay, Armageddon alert. So we're in a time where something major can happen to a city near you, a state near you, or a country near you. Okay, now the complete destruction of Babylon will not take place. The destroying wind will not take place until the elect is sealed. The MOTB is implemented and made mandatory. Okay, it says this is a test of emergency alerts. See, and we're giving out emergency alerts. Matter of fact, let me get something, man. Let me get a scripture, man. Let's go to Joel real quick. Let's go choose Joel 2. See, while nations are sounding the alarm for their people, who's sounding the alarm for you? Okay, this is why these other Israelite camps just show you the Lord ain't dealing with them. Why are they not sounding an alarm? They don't care about you. They're not warning you. They don't care about Yahweh Shai's sheep. All right. You just had Captain Azaria doing a damn 11th annual barbecue cookout. Fuck a cookout, man. Babylon's about to get cooked. Babylon is cooked. This bitch is about to burn. Fuck a barbecue, man. Joel 2:1, blow ye the trumpet in Zion. But wait a minute. The UK's blowing a trumpet for their people. Babylon's getting ready for their people. Everybody's getting ready for their people. And then you just got niggas fucking line dancing, man. Okay? Look at this, man. This is serious. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion and sound the alarm. In my holy mountain, let all the inhabitants of the land tremble, for the day of the Lord cometh, for it is nigh at hand. It is nigh at hand. Look at this, man. It is nigh at hand. No pun intended. All right? No pun intended. And they're scraping the defense for Babylon off the wall. All right? So Babylon is getting ready to be destroyed. We need necessary prophecy to play out, and we're in that time period, man. We are in that time period right now, okay? Let me see what else I got for you. We read that one. What else did I had? I had something else. Let me see. Look at all this. Look, look. I asked this days ago. What are scenarios under Trump administration with him sending troops to different states that can cause a constitution to be suspended? Look at one of them. Bio, bam, bam. All right. Look at that. Bam. So something can happen in a state and then they declare martial law in order to bring in order. Yeah, right. Okay. Look at that. This is spiritual, man. All the signs are there. All the signs are there. Nationwide what? And nationwide what by troops? All right. Not nationwide warehouse. Nationwide QTs. And QTs ain't talking about no pretty little girl. QTs enforced by troops, man. Okay, this thing is happening, man, and all the signs are there, and the writing is on the wall. All right, let me see what else I got. Oh yeah, why did Trump change it to Department of War? Look at this. You're absolutely right to wonder. AI called me brother the other day. You gotta watch this demon. It says, why did Trump seek to change the name? What happened on September 5th? What is today's date, people? Today is September 5th. Breaking news. Omen alert, man. Omen alert. Okay? Even the fact that he changed it to Department of War is an omen. But the fact that the individual scraping it off the walls got biohazard tattoos, not on one, but both hands. Here goes the left hand. Got to watch what the left hand is doing. I'm just speaking a spiritual code right now. I pray you're picking up what I'm putting down. Even Yahweh Shai spoke in parables. It says on September 5th, 2025, Nero signed an executive order directing the Pentagon to adopt Department of War, Department of Woe, while we're the Department of Prophecy. Watch. It says Secretary of War as secondary symbolic titles, even though formally under law, it's still the Department of Defense. This rebranding doesn't legally replace the current name. Only Congress can do that, but it allows for the new terminology and ceremonial use. Ceremonial, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Ceremonial? Ceremonial. Look at this. So you said ceremonial? Does not the Lord have a ceremonial sacrifice in Basra? Does not the Lord have a ceremonial sacrifice in Basra? Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh, I got to read all this. If you can't tell, I'm excited. I'll go back up, but look at this. Isaiah 34:6, the sword, which is the missiles, the sword of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fats of kidneys of rams. For the Lord has a sacrifice in Basra and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea. Look at this. And the unicorn shall fall down. What's that right there? What's that right there? Okay, and the unicorn representing the internet. And the unicorn shall fall down with them and with the bullocks and with the bulls, and their land shall be soaked with blood, and their dust made fat with fatness. For it is the day of the Lord's vengeance and the year of recompense for the controversy of Zion. You see that? This is all for us, okay? This is very spiritual, man. This is extremely spiritual, okay? Let me see what else I had for you. Oh, yeah, let me go to the other one. Okay, so it says why Trump made the change. Symbolic assertion of military strength. Okay, oh, really? And why do they want to assert military strength? Because the weak is saying that they are strong too. Okay, Joel 3 and right here, Joel 3 and 9. All right, let me see, where is it? Your plowshares for the weak. Say, I gotta open this up. Sorry, excuse me. Let me go up. Look at this. The valley, beat your plowshares. Ooh, Joel 3 and 9. Dang, this is good, man. All right, Joel 3 and 9. Let's just start right here. Okay, this is Joel 3 and 9. It says, let me start. I'm just excited here. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. All right. So this is what's taking place right now. Okay. This is what's happening. Watch. It says, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So these weaker nations now have military capabilities to go to war or woe with a superpower like Babylon. This is why Magog, or who you know as Russia, is going to be a guard unto smaller nations so that they can feel strong again. I believe it was Duarte of Cambodia where he said years ago he's not afraid of Babylon anymore because of them being allied with Russia. All right, let me see what else I got. A lot of information. Let me go over here. I just on my spirit to keep that right there. Okay. So they want to assert military strength, but how is the hammer of the earth broken asunder? You know, as a matter of fact, let's go to Jeremiah 49, man. Might have to bring out Jeremiah 49 tomorrow at camp. Let's go right here. 49. All right. Prophecy against Ammon, prophecy against Edom. See that? I made Esau bear. Okay. Let's see where we want to start. Ooh, look at this. Look at this. Jeremiah 49:14. I have heard a rumor from Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle. Okay, rise up to the battle. 17. Also, Edom shall be a desolation. Everyone that goeth by it shall be astonished and shall hiss at all the plagues thereof, as in the overthrow of Sodom and Gomorrah and the neighbor cities thereof, saith the Lord. No man shall abide there, neither shall a son of man dwell in it. So for a Christian like vocab that says they're done away with, well, when was Edom or the land of Edom received the same judgment that Sodom and Gomorrah received? It didn't, because that's saved for here in this Babylon. You see this Edomite peeling off the defense, and the defense is being pulled back from Babylon. All right, an attack is coming. I'm saying that in the spirit, you know. So let me go back. Let's see what else he said. Nostalgia for victory. Oh, nostalgia for victory. So because of the first war and the second war, they believe they will win the third war. Wrong. They're going to be destroyed. Wrong. They're going to be destroyed. People are not laying that to heart. They're not laying to heart the judgment that the Lord has set up for Babylon. Let's go to Jeremiah now, one chapter or one page over. Where is it? There it is. Look at this. Jeremiah 50, prophecy against Babylon. And let's go to Jeremiah 50 and 45. And it says, therefore hear the counsel of the Lord that he has taken against Babylon, and his purposes that he has purposed against the land of the Chaldeans, which is here in America. Surely the least of the flock, Amalek, all right, the youngest, 1948, put it together. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. At the noise of the taking of Babylon, the earth is moved and the cry is heard among the nations. That will happen when America is destroyed. This is why heathens are going to be watching the destruction from afar off and lamenting because their cash cow has got slaughtered. All right. So let's go back. Ceremonial got me excited. Nostalgia, creating a warrior's ethos, circumventing Congress through symbolism. See, they take things spiritual too. Symbolism, predictive programming, things of that nature. Esau does spiritual things on the left-hand side, so we can't speak in the spirit. We can't see things based off the spirit, That's because these people got demons on them. They don't want us to speak in the spirit. They want us to speak in the flesh. They want us to speak of the world's aspect. But this ain't of the world's understanding. Legal and practice considerations, quick table. What do we got here? Nothing real. Okay. Trump's move was less about administrative necessity and more about rebranding and messaging. So what is the message? The third woe cometh quickly. That is the message. That is the message. Okay. Look at that. I got to make this the thumbnail. And look, oh my goodness. Look at all these spiritual points just popping off the page. Esau's about to get scraped off the motherfucking map. Excuse my language, man. Excuse me for being spiritually excited, but shit, man. This is beautiful. Let me end it off on 2nd Esdras 6. This is amazing, man. I'm refraining from using my hood vernacular. Okay? Look at that. Let me show you that Esau's getting scraped off the page, man. That is spiritual. It's spiritual. Oh, this is beautiful. Yep, I got that for you. Woe. Okay, let me show you one more time. Woe means misery, trouble, grief, wretchedness, and that's all through the aspects of war. Hence why the second woe is second war, and the third woe is the third war. A heavy calamity and affliction. Okay, we got that. Got you that. Just going through. Okay. Yep. Look at this. Yep. Isaiah 34:1. Come near, ye nations, to hear. Listen up, people. Listen up. It says, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein the world, and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh Bashmel shies upon all nations, and his fury upon all their armies. He has utterly destroyed them. He has delivered them to the slaughter. And that slaughter will be in the so-called Middle East. And it's known as the Valley of Jehoshaphat, the Valley of Decisions. So necessary situations have to happen to lead to these nations being led down into that valley to be slaughtered in the next world's war. All right. Let me see what else I got for you. I believe I made all my points. Okay, just going through real quick. Look at that. Armageddon alert. How catchy. Okay, let's end it off. 2nd Esdras 6 and 9. For Esau, Amalek and rats. For Esau is the end of the world, end of an age. And Jacob, Yaiquab, is the beginning of it that follows. So we're getting ready to enter our beginning, man. All right. So I'm just getting started. We're getting ready to enter our beginning. And you know what proves that? Let's go to Exodus 12. Okay. Look at this. Let's prove this, man. Watch this. Okay. Exodus 12. Look at this. So when I said beginning, right? Look at this. Want to see when we got delivered, it was our beginning? When we got delivered out of Egypt, that was our beginning. Exodus 12 and 1. And Yahweh Shemel Shai spake unto Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, saying, this month shall be unto you the beginning of months. So here it is. The heathen had a time frame. The heathen had their own schedule, days, months, years, so-called, if you will. But when we got delivered, the Lord said, no, today is your first month. I don't give a shit that it's Friday. It ain't Friday for you. The Lord's getting ready to destroy Monday. The Lord's getting ready to destroy June. The Lord's getting ready to destroy September. Okay. And this is how the Lord did it back then for us. All right. So when we got delivered, that was our beginning. When we get delivered, that will be our beginning. This month shall be unto you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year to you. So we're getting ready to enter our beginning. And Esau is the end. Scrape his ass off the map. Very spiritual. All right. So I just wanted to do that quick lesson. I pray that you brothers and very few sisters was edified. And I just want to say, call halal, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to my elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone that do root well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. And with that being said, shalom.